students, today we will continue our discussion on the chapter surface area and volume. From this chapter, first term cone is reduced for this session. That's why we will now discuss about solution of exercise 13.4 because 13.4 is all about first term cone. Today we will discuss about exercise 13.5. This exercise actually an optional one, but some of the question of this exercise are very important. So let us start with question number 1. The question is a copper wire 3 millimeter in diameter is wound about a cylinder whose length is 12 centimeter and diameter is 10 centimeter, so as to cover the curved surface of the cylinder. Find the length and mass of the wire, assuming that the density of the copper to be 8.88 gram per centimeter cube. As you can see in the diagram, here the diameter of cylinder is equal to 10 centimeter, so you can write the radius is 10 by 2 is equal to 5 centimeter, and length of the cylinder is given as 12, that means height is equal to 12 centimeter. Now you have to cover the curved surface of this cylinder by a copper wire whose diameter is equal to 3 millimeter. Now if you consider a very thin copper wire, okay, you can assume, or actually this copper wire will be in the shape of a cylinder. Okay, now the diameter of the copper wire is 3 millimeter, means the radius of the copper wire is 3 by 2 millimeter or 1.5 millimeter. Now I will convert this measurement in centimeter. So 1.5 by 10 centimeter, which is equal to 0.15 centimeter. So consider this radius as R1. So R1, that this is the radius of the copper wire, is 0.15 centimeter. With this copper wire, you have to cover the curved surface of the cylinder. Now the question is find the length and the mass of the wire. That means you have to find the length, and considering the length as h1, you have to find the length of this copper wire. So let's check the solution. The number of round, as you can see, when you are covering this curved surface area with the wire, okay, it will take some round. The number of round is equal to height of the cylinder by diameter of the wire. Diameter of the wire is 3 millimeter, which is equal to 0.3 centimeter. Therefore total number of round will be 12 by 0.3, that is 40. So how many rounds are there? 40. Okay, now for each round the length of the wire is equal to circumference of the circle of the base. Okay, look at here, this is the circumference of base circle. Now whenever you are covering this curved surface with wire, or whenever you are making one round, the length for each round is equal to circumference of the base circle. What is the circumference for the base circle? It is 2 pi r, where r is equal to 5 centimeter, because here radius is 5 centimeter. Okay, there is 10 pi. Now for each round, length of wire is 10 pi. For 40 round, length of wire will be 14 to 10 pi. In place of pi, use 22 by 7. The value will be 8800 by 7. Okay, now in decimal it will be 12.57 meter. Okay, now this is the length of the wire, and the radius of the wire is also given. So from this length and the radius, you can easily find the volume of the wire, because I told you the wire is in the shape of a cylinder. Okay, so by using pi r square h formula, the volume of the wire will become 88.898 centimeter cube. Now you need to find mass of the wire. Mass is equal to volume into density, but the density is given as 8.88. So just put the value of volume and density, just do the multiplication, answer will be 789.41 gram. So this is the mass of the wire and this is the length of the wire. In this way we have to solve question number 1. Now question number 2. A right triangle whose sides are 3 cm and 4 cm other than hypotenuse is made to revolve above its hypotenuse. Find the volume and surface area of the double cone so formed. Choose value of pi as found appropriate. Okay. Look at here, this is a right angle triangle. This ABC is a right angle triangle where AB is equal to 4 cm and BC is equal to 3 cm given, and they are other than hypotenuse. Since AB and BC are not hypotenuse, therefore AC is the hypotenuse. You have to revolve this triangle with respect to this hypotenuse. When you are revolving this figure with respect to hypotenuse, it will make double cone. One is this upper one and another one is this. For both the cone, radius is same or diameter is equal to same. Okay, diameter for both the cones are same. You have to find the volume and surface area. You have to find the volume of this 3D figure and surface area also. So let's check the solution. As you can see, two sides of the right angle triangle is already given. You need to find the value of hypotenuse. By using Pythagoras theorem, hypotenuse will become 5 cm, that is AC is equal to 5 cm. Okay. Now area of right angle triangle ABC, area of this triangle is equal to half into base into height. Just put the value. Okay, it will be half into 4 into 3. Just cut it, you will get 6. Okay, again in place of area of triangle you can write half into AC into OB. AC is this one and OB is this one. Okay, so not OB, OB is this one. Now as you can see, this AC is perpendicular with OB. Therefore, for area of right angle triangle, you can use the formula as half into AB into BC as well as half into AC into OB. Look at here, AC is the base and OB is the height. Now if you do the calculation, the value of OB will become 2.4. That is the radius of the base of cone is equal to 2.4 cm. Now volume of the double cone will be volume of cone number 1 plus volume of cone number 2. For cone number 1, radius is 2.4. Okay, and consider the height as h1. Similarly, for cone number 2, radius is 2.4, consider the height as h2. So the volume of double cone is 1/3 of pi r square h1 plus 1/3 of pi r square h2. From these two expressions, you can take 1 by 3 pi r square common. Remaining will be h1 plus h2. This is h1, this one is h2. If you add h1 and h2, you will get AC. And what is the value of AC? It is 5 centimeter. So in place of this amount, it will be 5. Just do the calculation. Volume of double cone will be 30.14 centimeter cube. Again, the curved surface area of double cone is curved surface area of cone 1 plus curved surface area of cone 2. Again, the formula is pi r L1 plus pi r L2, where this is L1, this one is L2, or you can consider this one is L1, this one is L2. Again, take pi r common, it will be L1 plus L2. L1 is now given, it is 4, and L2 is already given, it is 3. Let's put the value. Curved surface area will be 52.75 centimeter square. Now the next question, a piston internally measuring 150 centimeter into 120 centimeter into 110 centimeter has 129600 centimeter cube of water in it. Porous bricks are placed in the water until the piston is full of brim. Each brick absorbs 1/7 of its own volume of water. How many bricks can be put in without overflowing the water? Each brick being 22.5 into 7.5 into 6.5 centimeter in dimension. So as you can see, the piston is in the shape of a cuboid where the height, length, breadth and height is given. So L1 is given 150, B1 is given 120 centimeter and H1 is given as 110 centimeter. So by L1, B1, H1 formula, you can easily find the volume of this piston easily. Now, amount of the inside this piston, only 129600 centimeter cube water is in there, is inside. So it is not fully, it is not completely filled with water. Okay, therefore the remaining empty space is equal to volume of this piston minus 129600. Now porous bricks are placed in the water until the piston is full to the brim. Each brick absorbs 1/7 of its volume, and the dimension of the bricks are given as 22.5 centimeter into 7.5 centimeter into 6.5 centimeter. Again, the brick is in the shape of a cuboid, of a small cuboid. Okay, for these bricks, length I am considering as L1 is equal to 22.5, breadth is equal to 7.5 and height is equal to 6.5 centimeter. So you can easily find the volume of bricks. Since it is in the form of cuboid, the formula will be length into breadth into height, that is L1 into B1 into H1. Now the second line is given that porous bricks are placed in the water until the piston is full of the beam and each brick absorbs 1/7 of its own volume. Okay, now I am considering n number of bricks are there. One brick absorbs 1/7 of its volume. Okay, so the volume of absorbed water will be 1/7 into L1, B1, H1, right? Now if there is n number of bricks, so total volume of water absorbed by the bricks will be this much into n. Okay, now let us check the solution. Volume of the cushion are L into B into H, that is this much. Volume of water of cushion is given as 129,600. Therefore, the empty part is equal to this value minus this value. Okay, that means the volume of bricks is to be filled in cushion is equal to this centimeter cube. That means in this space you have to fill the bricks. Now how many bricks you need? I am considering I need n bricks. Therefore, volume of each bricks is this one, right? From here to here, this is the volume of each bricks from the dimension. Therefore, the volume of n bricks will be this into n. Okay. Now, as each bricks absorb 1/17 of its volume, it is not 1/7, it is 1/17 of its volume. Therefore, the volume of water absorbed by n bricks will be this into 1/17. Okay. Now, according to the question, suppose this is the cushion. Here, up to here, the water is filled. This is the empty space where you have to fill it by bricks. Okay. Now, from this space, okay, it have to fill with bricks. Again, when you are filling a bricks in this cushion, it will absorb some water. When you are putting a bricks, it absorbs some water. That means the volume of water in the cushion will decrease when you are putting a bricks. Therefore, according to the question, you can say that the volume of absorbed water plus the volume of this empty space. Okay, that means volume of this empty space plus volume of absorbed water by the bricks is equal to volume of the bricks. Okay, volume of the bricks. Suppose there is a number of brick. Okay, so this volume of this bricks is equal to volume of this empty space plus volume of absorbed water by the bricks. So this will be the equation. Just compute this equation, you will get the value of n as 1792.41. Now the number of bricks cannot be in decimal, that's why, and since this 0.41, this 41 is less than 5, so you can consider there will be 1792 bricks that can be put in the cushion. Now we'll discuss about question number 4. In one fortnight of a given month, there was a rainfall of 10 cm in river valley. If the area of the valley is 97280 km square, show that total rainfall was approximately equivalent to the addition of normal water of 3 rivers, each 1072 km long, 75 meter wide and 3 meter deep. From the question, it is clear that the volume of 3 river is equal to 3 into surface area of river into depth, right? Now surface area of the river is equal to L into B. Here length is given as 1072 km, breadth is given as 75 km. So you can write length is equal to this much kilometer, breadth is equal to 75 meter, convert it in kilometer, that is 75 by 1000 kilometer, and height is equal to 3 meter, implies 3 by 1000 kilometer. By using these 3 values, and if you use L into B into H formula, you will get the volume of each river. Therefore, the volume of 3 river will be 3 into this volume of each river. So ultimately we will get the volume of 3 river is equal to 3 into 10.72 into 75 by 1000 into 3 by 1000. If you calculate it, you will get 0.72 kilometer cube. Now the area of the valley is given as this much, okay, and the rainfall of there is rainfall of 10 centimeter, right? So you can consider the height of the water during this rainfall is equal to height of the rainfall during this rainfall is equal to 10 centimeter. Converting in kilometer, it will be 10 by 100 into 1000. By 100 you are converting in meter, by 1000 you are converting it in kilometer. So the area will be so the volume of rainfall will be volume of rainfall water will be area into height. Area is this much, height is equal to this value. Put it here. Volume of rainfall is equal to total surface area into total height of rain, that is 7280 into 10 by 100 into 1000. If you do the calculation, volume will be 9.7 kilometer cube. Now this is the volume of rainfall and this is the volume of water. This is the volume of 3 river. The volume of 3 river is 0.72 kilometer cube, where the volume of rainfall is 9.7 kilometer cube. Okay, for total rainfall was approximately equivalent to the addition of normal water in 3 rivers. The volume of rainfall has to be equal to the volume of 3 river. To satisfy the condition, the volume of rainfall had to be equal with volume of 3 river. But as you can see, this value and the volume of river are not equal. Okay, 9.72 kilometer cube is not equal to this kilometer cube. Therefore, the statement in the question is false. In this way, you have to solve question number 4. These are the important question from exercise 13.5. So this is all for today. Thank you.